Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to say hi and pop in real quick and let you guys know the stock market is on fire. Today, the stock market is going up by about 540 points. That's a very big deal. A lot of it is driven by the fact that we were sitting around waiting to see what the banks were going to say. Are the banks going to give us good news? Because the banks are a great indicator of how the economy is doing. The banks tell us if there's going to be a liquidity crunch. The banks tell us if there's going to be any sort of systemic problem in the banking sector. The banks also tell us what consumers are feeling. There's so much information in the release of banks' earnings reports. Well, yesterday, Morgan Stanley, a bank, their numbers were pretty bad. And people thought that maybe this was a recession. Also, you had bad inflation numbers yesterday, or I guess the day before. I lose track of the days. Sorry, I've been traveling. And the bad inflation numbers really wrecked the market a little bit because you had this expectation that the Fed was going to come in with the hammer down. Like you see Lil Pookie done stole a piece of bread at the store, so mama's going to pull out that belt. So basically the Fed knew that inflation was getting out of control, and there's an expectation among many that the Fed is actually going to do a 100 basis point rate hike, which is, somebody said clean your nose. That's probably nose hairs. So I don't know if I'm good or not, but I'll try to keep my head down. But anyway, but I need you to focus. We're talking money here. Don't be worried about what's in my nose. Get out of my nose. I want you to stay in your head. So the other point is that that because the Fed was expected to really put the hammer down on the rate hikes, a lot of people felt that this was a reason for stocks to continue to go down, and that it could continue to go down. But now, today, the news is better. Today, the bank information coming from Wells Fargo and a couple other places has been very, very good. And so ultimately, you are seeing a little bit of a boost. Now, here's the thing. Remember, you're still in a bad economy. You're still in a bad situation for the most part in terms of what people are expecting. There's a lot left to unravel. There's a lot of downside still left to possibly occur. What you're getting is kind of what you might call a micro rally. I don't have faith that this is going to be sustained over a long period of time. I believe that every time you see the market go up 400 or 500 points, you're going to have a day where it's going to go down 400 or 500 points. So today, on a day like today, maybe if you have a stock that you want to get rid of, maybe go ahead and sell some shares since the price is up a little bit. Or if you want to go sell some call options on that stock, maybe that's a good time to sell. I sell my call options when the price has been pushed up a little bit. And so ultimately, it's like, in a way, you can think of it like a bright sunny day in the middle of a town where the weather is usually bad, right? So you got that one sunny day. That's the day to go out and have fun and go fishing and go swimming. But you know that eventually the snow is going to come back, the rain's going to come back, the weather's going to get bad again. You're in economically bad weather. Consumer sentiment is low. Inflation is still out of control. Most people believe that we're already in a recession right now, but it's a confusing recession because typically with a recession, there is high unemployment. Well, unemployment is actually quite good. It's about 3.6, 3.7%. So people are trying to figure out what this is. And I think the reason they're having trouble figuring out what it is because we've never really created these conditions before. This was all kind of man-made. The Federal Reserve and their easy money policies created this weird economy where all these strange things are kind of happening at once. And I think they're trying to figure out what's going on. So among all the experts, the numbers are kind of all over the place. Should we invest? I invest all the time. That's one thing about investing that keeps you from going crazy is I just pick my strategy and I stick with it. Rain, sleet, snow, or hail, I stick with it. I'm very consistent with what I do. It's like picking my wife. Some days, I'm going to tell you the truth, some days being married ain't that much fun. Some days my wife gets on my damn nerves. But that's my wife. I'm not going to divorce her because we had a bad Tuesday. I'm just going to wait until Friday, and maybe Friday she'll be in a better mood, or maybe next week we'll figure out why we love each other again, right? And so the reality is that investing is the same way. If you marry the game, you married the game. Right. So if you're an investor, be an investor, period. Like, don't try to be wishy-washy. The easiest pathway to failure in life, in my opinion, is to try to be all things to all people, or to try to be something different based on whatever the rest of the world is doing, or constantly changing things. I think you have to be flexible. You have to kind of know what's going on, maybe make some adjustments over time, do some pivots. But, the idea of sort of jumping in and out of the market based on what you think is going to happen, that is a losing game. I've seen all the research. You guys know, I understand this at a scholarly level. I mean, I've read thousands of research papers on this crap. It doesn't work. Market timing, that's what they call it, market timing, when you're jumping in and out of stocks and trying to pick the right stock at the right time and all that. Market timing typically does not work on a short-term basis. But where it does work is if you see solid companies and you pick, 10 solid, 15, 20 solid companies, and you stick with them and you consistently invest in them over a long period of time, you will have more money than your friends. You will have more money than your neighbors. So how do you get a strategy? Well, you got to learn. We do stock market class every Tuesday. It does not cost that much. College, I'm sure, costs you $100,000. Our stock market program is $89 a month, and the first month is free. We literally make it as cheap as we can. We got to pay our team. We run a business, so we have black people that we have to pay. So we can't do it all for free. But it's very low cost. It's very high quality. We have money back guarantees if you're not happy for any reason. So feel free to hit the link in the bio. Join us. I can explain every single thing that you need to know. And also, last night we did our options class. Some of y'all were in the options class last night. Let me just tell you, I am so pumped up and excited to teach that, because that is the best way I have ever seen to make money, ever. I mean, literally, in terms of, if you do it right and you're careful and you know what you're doing, there's nothing that beats it. There's no such thing as a dream job anymore. When you really know how to make money, there's no such thing as a dream job, because that means that you're like a really high my phone gave me a warning. A dream job is something I grew up believing, but that's just not true. There's no such thing as a dream job. It's like picking your favorite prison. Like, you don't want to be in prison. Prisons all suck, even the good ones. And then number two, being an entrepreneur, it has varying levels of contentment as well. Sometimes being an entrepreneur sucks because you're working all the time. You can't go see your kids because you're working 14, 15-hour days. So there have to be other skills that come with that. The best way to make money, I found, is really with passive income that comes from building a capital base and making specific moves, right, where your money's really working for you. And that's what the option thing kind of does. And so feel free to join us. You can hit the link in the bio. If you go to hit the link in the bio, everything is there. Feel free to join us there. We got other stuff going on too. Alicia's doing speed dating in Atlanta on July 22nd. That's where I am right now. We have a house in Atlanta, so I brought the kids down to Atlanta for a couple weeks. If you're my friend and you want to meet up here, if I say no, it's not because I'm being rude. It's because I want to spend time with my family. Like, that's really important for me. But I am in Atlanta, and I'm gonna be down at the Black House, and we have an office down there, and I'll let you guys know when we're going down there if you want to come down and meet up and stuff like that. And then also on the 29th through the 31st, Herb Strather is doing a Black Wealth Builders Summit in Detroit. I'm participating in that. Dr. Claude Anderson is participating in that. He's got bank presidents participating in that. And why is that important? Well, Herb, his last business deal was a $300 million business deal. Herb Strather does big boy deals. He doesn't do, like, house flips on a house that costs $30,000 and stuff like that. I mean, that's fine. That's fine if that's where we are. But this guy has literally bought entire malls and apartment complexes, and he built the whole casino industry in Detroit. So Herb is a bad boy. He is a guy that we should learn from. And one reason I like talking to Herb is because he and Gary Shelton have really mastered the art of knowing how to make money without putting up any money. That's if you can do that, that's better than Jesus turning bread into wine or fish into chicken, whatever he did in the Bible. I can't remember. I don't know the stories exactly, but still, that's pretty much as close to a financial miracle as you're going to get. And what I like about Herb is that he's very pro-black. He's a guy that he made a very clear point. He talked about Detroit, and he said, why is it that Detroit, this city with all these black people, has a scenario where almost all the city's owned by one white man? He said that's wrong. That's messed up. And I said, yeah, you're right. And I'm glad that we have multimillionaires and billionaires willing to stand on that. Mike Roberts is a billionaire. He has a hotel in Detroit, and he also, I think he's in St. Louis. I like him. I work with Mike Roberts a lot. He's a pro-black billionaire, right? So the idea that we have these hugely powerful men and women that are just kicking ass and taking names, that are B1, that are down to ride, I think that is our big opportunity. That's our big break. So long story short, all that's in the bio. Hit the link in the bio. If you want to join the stock class, options class, meet us in Detroit. Come to speed dating next week with Alicia. Alicia's right there. Tell me, say hi. Say hi. All right. And feel free to hit the link in the bio. All right, guys. I got to go. We're at Starbucks, so it's time for me to head back out. But I wanted to check in and chime with you guys before I head out. So right now, the market's doing really well. If you got stocks you want to get rid of, you may want to do that because I have this strong feeling that Monday could be a dark day. So my prediction on Monday, again, I make this very loosely. It may be wrong. It may be wrong. Just know that everybody's wrong on this. But I wouldn't be surprised if either the market dips on Monday because you're going to have an overshoot. The market tends to overreact, or it's going to continue to rally, and then maybe Tuesday is when you're going to get the cool off period. So when you have those opportunities, those situations, that's when you can kind of make your move, and maybe that's a good time to get out of your stock that you want to get rid of and maybe shift to something better. I also believe in staying with quality companies right now. I don't think that the edgy, crazy companies are places you want to put the bulk of your money, but you could put a little money in there, because some of these really edgy companies are going to really shoot up once people start feeling comfortable taking risk again. Right now, people are afraid of risk. That's the problem. So that's why crypto and everything's getting killed, because crypto has too much leverage and it's too risky. So now a lot of investors are running, but when the market it recovers and the economy recovers, which I think is going to be sooner than people expect, those things are going to move up first. All right. So anyway, guys, I got to get out of here. I just want to say hi to everybody. So again, if you want to join us for options class, stock class, anything like that, just hit the link in the bio. And don't forget, the All Black National Convention is October 28th through the 30th in October 28th through 31st in Charlotte, North Carolina. So if you want to go there, the link is also in the bio too. So have a good day, everybody. I'll see you soon. Or BoyceWatkins.com. If you're not watching on Instagram, it's at BoyceWatkins.com also. I'll see you guys later. Take care.